just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you notice. Grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, been lit. You at? She was just running, them and Smith. Running back, she gotta make it. Rubbing it, just caught up. Then she got me playing down, painting nails. Calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing. You know she got them brands in the bed. I'm in Miami, so knowing the fans have been I caught her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, oh, about to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA, I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride the side while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I the sleep, then I light up the street, got feeling like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no hesi, just shoot it. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots for some high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. That's quickly out to Williams. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That is brought in. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They've gotten to the 2 on this opening drive, but now it's 3rd and goal. Williams in motion. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Wes Watkins takes it from the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They put Wilson in motion. Murray now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. That's the way to get started. A pick up 17 and a very quick first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Goff to throw on first down. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And he's into the end zone. Devontae Turpin, touchdown Lions. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A couple yards deep. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
We are through one. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Williams in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
It's a gain of 2. He was brought down at the 4.
Here's Gibbs. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong, a big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game, and now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And waiting, no signal. He did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Who wants it more here? 4th and goal from the 1. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So on a critical 4th down, they want to put the game in the hands of their quarterback. Give them some options. They go with the RPO scheme. The defense sells outs to stop the run. He's forced to pull it. Incomplete pass. Great job by the defense, staying true to their assignments, playing disciplined football, and they get a huge stop there on 4th down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. This is Jones. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 91 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals get back in it. It is 21-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, it's Goff. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. Here's Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
That one is caught by Quez Watkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And this is no good. The rookie misses the extra point. We'll see if that affects him or the game the rest of the way. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man down the field is Turpin. And he's out of bounds They're going to spot this inside the 25. It is a big play there for the Lions. 47 yards. They hand it to Gibbs, who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Goff in the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Williams in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. That's caught by Gibbs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Goff to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he will score. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half.
13.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now, Watkins on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Cardinals' 4-yard line.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Turpin. Touchdown, Detroit. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught. It's the tight end, Tip Ryman. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Murray's going to throw again. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Williams in motion. They run on the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. 12 yards there, and a 1st down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
They'll go play action with Goff. Going for it all. He's got it! And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5. Williams in motion. Here's a run. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now, Watkins on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Murray. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Quick lead to Laporta on the RPO. They'll come up here on second down and 5. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Williams in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
First and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. First down throw for Murray.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones.
Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will dive into the end zone. 77 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he will score again. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, Watkins on the return. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, Watkins on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Working out of the gun, Murray. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And the Lions have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Can't fault the effort. He got hit for a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Gibbs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
10 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They bounced back from the loss last week. Didn't put it.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game.